Let's talk about it. Let's go deep. We all have something to share. No share with Dr. Dave.
Generative culture. Generative culture gives birth to organization and human beings to demonstrate the ability to achieve amazing outcomes during the turbulent, uncertain, novel, and ambiguous TUNA times or even during normal times. Developing generative business culture is fundamental to frictionless operations and effectively collaborating with people to succeed in a highly competitive world. In our Table 1, Professor R. Westrom from the Department of Sociology at Eastern Michigan University describes 3 organizational cultures. The first is pathological, the second is bureaucratic, and the third, generative. Pathological is power-oriented, and so people have low cooperation. The whole culture is low cooperation. The messengers are harmed. Responsibilities are shirked. Bridging discouraged. Failure leads to scapegoating, and novelty is crushed. The second culture is bureaucratic, which is rule-oriented. You have modest cooperation. Messengers are neglected. Narrow responsibilities. Bridging tolerated. Failure leads to justice. Novelty leads to problems. The third is generative, which is performance-oriented. You have high cooperation. Messengers trained. Risks are shared. Bridging encouraged. Failure leads to inquiry. Novelty implemented. So what can be expected in a generative culture? An environment where people learn quickly and innovate to meet the demands of customers and markets. People collaborate more effectively with a higher level of trust in all directions, across, up, down, of the organizational structure. The petty personal issues are dampened to elevate the goal of the products and services that are needed to sustain the business competitiveness. If you have worked in a safe, high-performing team environment, the emotional energy is off the charts. It is intoxicating at times. And when you fail, there's a whole team focus to learn together from experiments. The blame game goes away, and we settle in a good place that states we are all learning. Generative cultures enable diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. You will find generative leadership that creates space for development and performance growth for the people working in the organization and even in the community. The generative environment's generosity extends beyond the doors of the organization. Learn more about business, executive, and agile coaching with Dr. Dave Cornelius by visiting www.nullshare.org.
Let's talk about it. Let's go deep. We all have something to share. No share with Dr. Dave.